Hi, everybody. You having as much fun as I am? I got a few things that I want to get off my chest this halftime with the Jets winning 37-0 because it might as well be. Here are some things that I know. Now, these are things that the organization doesn't know, but it's things that I know. DeShone Kizer is not an NFL quarterback and will never be an NFL quarterback. I would sit him now and give up. He cannot throw the ball accurately. He makes bad decisions, which you can say, well, he's young. But inaccuracy, even Cody Kessler completed 66% of his passes for this lousy team last year in a 1-15 season. Even Cody Kessler with his noodle arm completed 66% of his passes. From 6 yards away, he can put a ball on somebody's numbers. DeShone Kizer is not an NFL quarterback. It is not something that you can will on him. It is not something that can be bestowed upon him by a head coach. It is something that you either have from a skill perspective or do not have. And he does not have it. And he never will. The sooner the Browns realize that DeShone Kizer was a wasted draft pick, the better off they'll be. I'll give you a few examples, as if you need them. Duke Johnson was held on a play, but was wide open. If he throws the ball anywhere near the zip code that Duke Johnson is running in, it's a touchdown. But the ball is 6 yards off target. We got to see the 5 yards behind the receiver when he threw a slant to Treg, but threw it toward the sideline. I've never seen anybody throw a slant toward a sideline, but he's done it a number of times this year. Of course, the interception to the lumbering Seth DeValve has nothing to do with Seth DeValve and the fact that he can't run. It has more to do with the fact that DeShone Kizer has no accuracy. He doesn't know how to lead receivers. But I'll give you the one that doesn't result in a mistake. I'll give you two that didn't result in a mistake that prove my point. The first one is the first time they're at the goal line. All they have to do is throw the flat pattern to Isaiah Crowell, and he's wide open in the flat. But DeShone Kizer waits, and then he throws it late. Anybody who knows, who's played the position in Pee Wee, knows you cannot throw a ball on the flat late. But he did. And the ball was overthrown, and it was an incompletion. If he had thrown the ball when he was supposed to and just trusted the fucking play, it would have been a touchdown. Another one, in a simple little check down to Duke Johnson, he fires the ball up here instead of in the numbers, and the ball's tipped, and it could easily have been intercepted. Even in a phone booth, he cannot control the pass on the numbers. You know, that's the first thing. So that's the first point, because I got to be brief. It's halftime, and I got to make my points quickly, get in and get out. Second of all, Hugh Jackson cannot be a head coach in the NFL. If you don't believe in your players and you don't believe in your system, and you're going to try to retreat into gadgetry in situations that are clearly makeable first down situations, then you've given up. Now, I think that there is discordance between this head coach and the front office, and I think the front office needs to go as well. Don't get me wrong. But the issue with Hugh Jackson is that he's basically going to make a grandiose statement that if we are 3rd and 3 at the goal line, we don't have the ability to power the ball into the end zone. We have to resort to a high school option play, which has a high success failure rate. Failure being the optimal thing when you're talking about a rookie quarterback who's already nervous to begin with. And that pitch was panicky, all right. The announcer got that right. That was total panic stricken. And why would you pitch it to Isaiah Crowell, who doesn't have the best hands. These are the things that really make you scratch your head and say, wow, this is messed up. And then later, we got to see Isaiah Crowell not do the flea flicker because the flea flicker would have likely been intercepted. Unbelievable. Hi to Chad, to Guest 190 Mugambi, to Wiley, to Arbus, to Groundhog Day, Wabel, the Tom H. Hi, General Dog. How you guys doing? And all the people watching this live on YouTube. Let me tell you, it's not because you guys aren't dedicated. These shows are getting record viewership. Record viewership. And I equate it to when cars slow down, when there's a horrible accident on an interstate highway, you know? It's like the traffic comes to a halt because people have to stare at the gore, you know? Dilly dilly. Right, General Dog. Pit of misery. Chad, life is great. The Browns suck balls. You got that right, too. It's just, to me, incomprehensible that the head coach, I mean, if you have this fragmentation between the front office and your head coach, and he doesn't believe in the players he has. Look, we brought in an offensive line, you know? We brought in an offensive line. You got to run the ball in. Even if you end up with a chip shot to get a lead, you need that. But no, we instead run a low percentage play. And then we keep trying to run gadget plays. So Hugh Jackson has to go. Here's another one for you. Jabril Peppers has no idea what he's doing on the field. And it's no wonder that he didn't have a specific position in college, because he doesn't play any of them very well. And I'll give you a couple of examples. Once again, he's slow returning punts. He's indecisive. He doesn't have speed, and he runs into a crowd. All right. That's one. Two, did you see the blitz that he ended up getting called for a roughing the passer on? What the hell was he doing? Tap dancing 7 yards behind the line, or in front of the line of scrimmage? He's supposed to hit a gap, shoot the gap, and sack the goddamn quarterback. And he's hip hopping around out there. Look like fucking Flavor Flav, man. What the fuck is that? And he's tiptoeing in, and he gets there late, and then he gets the bad call. But he's not anywhere near where he should be, and he's not playing aggressively. He doesn't know how to take a straight line to the ball. He's just like Barkevius Mingo. There's no straight line to the ball. He's like a drunken sailor out there, and he's not good enough to be playing in the NFL. He shouldn't be on the field, period. He should never have been drafted, period. This is an aggressive defense that Greg Williams sets up, but when you take bad paths, you get burned. That's what it amounts to. He has no business out there. Zane Gonzalez is going to be cut. Why is he hooking kicks? I have no idea. But you can't live with this. You have to cut him. And it's too bad for a young player playing in a bad situation, because he may wind up being a good young kicker, but when their confidence gets shot, because you could see on the sidelines, you say, well, I kicked that right down the middle. I don't know how it went left. And I don't know either. Maybe there's something mechanically wrong with the way the guy is spotting the ball. Maybe the timing is off between the snap, and the holder. I don't know what it is, but it's just bad. It's just really bad. Isaiah Crowell cannot run wide. Stop it. There was another play call that got us a first down, but honestly, it was another one of those quick wide pitches. It's just an accident waiting to happen. And then, of course, the worst thing that can happen, they walk out on the field when we can't hit a chip shot and kick a 57-yard field goal. And it's all psychological. We can't score points. We can't take a lead. Now, if I'm the coach, what do? I was telling my wife, I can't relate to being this bad at something. I mean, The way I look at it is this. There's plenty of things I'm bad at. Don't get me wrong, but I would never put them on public display. For example, I'm not particularly proud of my gut and my body, so I wouldn't be in a porn movie. You know what I mean? Of course, it didn't stop Ron Jeremy, but still, you get what I'm saying. I don't know how to draw. My mother was a great artist, and I can't draw. I mean, I'm hopeless, talentless. So you won't see me putting my art up on the internet, on Facebook, and people asking me if it was something that a chimpanzee did with his fingers. Okay. I just wouldn't do it. I'm not mechanically inclined. I wouldn't go out and do a video on how to fix your car. I wouldn't do it. I just can't relate to the fact that this is designed to make money from public consumption and that this is the best you can do. It's unbelievable to me. I don't know, man. I can't relate. What I did professionally, I was damn good at. And I'm sure you are too. Damn good. Like this is like, and we've all eaten in restaurants that we say, how did this place open? Why are they serving this? It's terrible. How could they be in the food serving business and be this awful? But sometimes it happens. I just can't relate to this at all. The one bright thing, Myles Garrett getting an opportunity to play, and the one time positively explosive, the other one determined with a motor. Good for him. I'm glad that he got a couple of sacks in the first half. It's nice for him to get off to a decent start. He looks like the only draft pick who should have been drafted. What do I do if I'm the coach of the team? I grow hair. That's the first thing I do, so I'd be less noticeable. Second of all, I would stop deactivating Cody Kessler, and I would put Cody Kessler and deactivate DeShone Kizer because he's not ready to play, and he's never going to be ready to play, and then have Hogan as my backup. I would put Hogan in the second half of this game because there's no point in continuing to run Kizer down our throats when he's clearly the main reason why we're not being able to get the ball into the end zone. That's just for starters. I mean, Isaiah Crowell, if I'm going to run him, I'm going to run him between tackles and plays that are trap plays and cross-blocking plays. I'm not going to run him wide, all right? But that means we have to have somebody who knows how to call plays, and that would be the head coach. So that's where we are as we begin the third quarter. Let's see what happens. We're losing 3-0, and I see Hogan is stretching on the sidelines, and Kizer does not have a helmet on. You know what that means. It's white boy nirvana. Let's see what happens now. Second half, I'll see you after the game. Until then, enjoy this one. It's going to be a wild fucking ride. Bye-bye.